Welcome to today's recipe, sweet and sour chicken. This classic dish combines crispy chicken, vibrant vegetables, and a perfectly balanced tangy sweet sauce that's sure to impress. Whether you're cooking for family, friends, or just treating yourself, this dish brings bold flavors and a beautiful presentation to the table. So, grab your ingredients, roll up your sleeves, and let's make some magic in the kitchen. All right, let's get started with our sweet and sour chicken. For the chicken, we'll need 500 grams of boneless chicken breast or thighs, cut into bite-sized pieces. Season that with a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper. You'll also need 1 egg, half a cup of cornstarch, and half a cup of all-purpose flour for coating. For the sauce, grab half a cup of ketchup, half a cup of rice vinegar or white vinegar, a third of a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and a tablespoon of cornstarch mixed with 3 tablespoons of water for thickening. And for the veggies, chop 1 green, 1 red, and 1 yellow bell pepper into squares, along with 1 medium onion. Don't forget 1 cup of pineapple chunks for that signature sweetness. That's everything. We're ready to cook. Let's start by prepping our chicken. Take 500 grams of chicken breast or thighs and cut them into bite-sized pieces. Season these with a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper to bring out the flavor. In one bowl, crack and whisk an egg, and in another, mix half a cup of cornstarch and half a cup of all-purpose flour. Dip each piece of chicken into the egg first, then coat it well in the flour mixture. Shake off any excess coating. This will give us that crispy texture later. Now set the chicken aside while we heat up the oil for frying. Next, heat up 2 to 3 cups of vegetable oil in a deep skillet or pot over medium-high heat until it reaches 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a thermometer, drop a small piece of batter in. The oil should bubble around it. Carefully add your chicken pieces in batches, making sure not to overcrowd the pot. Fry them for about 4 to 5 minutes until golden brown and crispy. Once done, transfer them to a plate lined with paper towels to drain any excess oil. Let's keep these crispy while we move on to the sauce. Now let's make the star of the dish, the sweet and sour sauce. In a small saucepan, combine half a cup of ketchup, half a cup of rice vinegar, a third of a cup of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Stir everything together and heat it over medium heat until the sugar dissolves completely. In a small bowl, mix a tablespoon of cornstarch with 3 tablespoons of water to make a slurry. Slowly pour this into the sauce while stirring constantly. Cook for another 2 to 3 minutes until the sauce thickens to a silky consistency. Set it aside for now. Time to add some crunch and color with our veggies. Heat 1 tablespoon of oil in a large wok or skillet over high heat. Toss in the chopped green, red, and yellow bell peppers, along with the onion chunks. Stir-fry them for about 2 to 3 minutes. You want them slightly tender but still crisp. They'll add a fresh texture to the dish. Finally, add 1 cup of pineapple chunks and stir for another minute. The pineapple gives that lovely sweet burst in every bite. Alright, let's combine everything. Add the crispy fried chicken to the wok with the stir-fried vegetables. Pour the sweet and sour sauce over the top, making sure to coat everything evenly. Gently toss everything together for about 1 to 2 minutes over medium heat until the chicken is fully coated and the dish is heated through. And there you have it, sweet and sour chicken that's perfectly crispy, tangy, and vibrant. Serve it over some steamed rice and enjoy your delicious homemade meal. Lastly, let's talk about some tips to make your sweet and sour chicken absolutely perfect. First, if you want extra crispy chicken, double fry it. After the first fry, let the pieces cool for a minute, then fry them again at a slightly higher temperature, around 190 degrees Celsius or 375 degrees Fahrenheit, for an extra crunchy texture. Second, taste your sauce before adding it to the dish. If it's too sweet, add a splash of vinegar for more tang. If it's too tangy, stir in a little more sugar until it's just right for your taste. Adjusting as you go makes all the difference. Third, when stir-frying the veggies, don't overcook them. You want them slightly tender but still crisp for that fresh bite. Overcooked veggies can make the dish feel soggy. Fourth, Keep an eye on your oil temperature when frying. Too low, and your chicken will soak up the oil. Too high, and it'll burn before it cooks through. A thermometer is super handy for this. Finally, work quickly when combining everything in the wok. Toss the chicken, veggies, and sauce together just long enough to heat through and coat everything evenly. This keeps your chicken crispy and your veggies fresh. With these tips, you're set to make restaurant-quality sweet and sour chicken every time. Enjoy your homemade sweet and sour chicken.